just need some more time. If you can bear with me. When last did we feel this close together? Chasing sunsets in California. Don't make me wait, babe, it's been forever. Don't take forever.
Damn, here we go again. Common passed on this beat, I made it to a jam. Now everything I'm not made me everything I am.
Okay, so it's been a while since I've done one of these. It's like 9:30 in the morning, and I thought, why not just pick up the camera and show you what I get up to in a day. It's not going to be the most exciting. It's going to be like a few calls. I'll go for a cold plunge, do a workout, go to the beach maybe for sunset. I'll try and make it interesting, but it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I thought, yeah, just why not show you behind the scenes of what I get up to. Building some pretty cool stuff at the moment. Building a SaaS, building just other products. Yeah, and I want to take you along. So yeah, let's stop talking. I'm going to go downstairs, get a coffee, because I need that to function, same as you probably watching this. And yeah, I'll take you along. Okay, coffee has been secured. As you can see, we're going to do some deep work for like maybe a few hours, 2 hours, and then we'll probably get lunch and go from there. But the first thing I do in the morning is check like sales, right? This is something you have to do as a founder. Maybe for you it's appointments. If you're running a different funnel, like let's say you're doing like a high ticket funnel, then it is probably appointments that you would try and get. But yeah, I always go onto my emails and check because yeah, it's always a quick dopamine hit if you can do that. I'm joking, but yeah, anyway, I'll do some deep work. Nothing crazy. If you want to know what I'm working on, I'm just planning out my next YouTube video. Anyway, let me just get into some work.
If you are feeling lots of anxiety, it means you need to practice more. That's just my 2 cents. And that comes for everything, whether it's to have a meeting or give a presentation or write an email or do a book. Like if you feel nervous before you release it, then you probably didn't work on it enough. And I think the reality is that most people, to get not anxious about whatever they're doing, you have to do it so many times that by the last time you're doing it, you're bored of it. Like you don't even want to see the thing again. When you're sick of it is the point where you'll have no adrenal response to the stimulus because you've seen it so many times. You could do it in your sleep because you hate it at this point.
Okay, so we managed to do a few hours of deep work. I think the time's like 11:30. I'm going to eat first meal of the day. So I'll take you, to Waitrose. It's the go-to spot just because it's like hella cheap and actually good quality. So if you know, you know, but let's get some food. It's close to like 40, so that's like pretty crazy. So we've just finished some consulting calls and we got a matcha, so we are chilling. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly talk about Dubai and something that I need all of you to do who are watching this right now. So when I was 18 years old and I decided to not go to university, I remember sitting in my parents' basement and I wrote down exactly what I wanted my life to look like in 5 years from now. And that was when I was 18, and now I'm 21 and I'm approaching these goals that I had written down. So it's something that is so easy and often overlooked, but I promise you, like when you write down exactly who you want to be in terms of the characteristic traits, how they move, how they operate, and you're talking about your future self and where you want to be geographically and you know, what you ultimately want in terms of your core values and stuff, it's almost impossible for that not to happen if you give it enough time. But I need you to write it down, and it sounds like stupid, right? You're just writing down what you want yourself to be in 5 years, but it goes from being an idea to actually putting it into reality when you're writing it down on a piece of paper or in your notes. So I'll put mine up here on the screen just so you can see, and I'll circle the date, because I think it was like a few years ago that I made it, maybe 2 years ago, to this day or around this day. So yeah, that's just an important thing that has generally helped me. Everyone that I know that is successful has also done a very similar thing of like writing down, not just like vague things of like how much money you want to make, how much, you know, yeah, stuff like that, but really, really specific shit, like more specific than you would think. But that's just a quick tip from me. Starting things, I'm gonna go to the gym and actually hit a cold plunge in a second, so that'll be exciting. I've been doing cold plunges daily, and it's actually like so sick. Like, it's so good for just yeah, mental, cognitive, you know, performance and benefits. So highly recommend that. But yeah, I'll give you a tour as well. Yeah, let's get back to it, because I'm waffling now and I want to keep these impactful and tactical and valuable. So yeah.
Yeah, how did he does it? Stuck in them mixed wheels, yeah, cause I love it. 45 seconds, you win it, you off, who does it? Yeah, and it's way too far, gonna save that shit, I won't touch it. Begging for shotgun with brick, kick back like buckets. Snapping the face in my circle like Kit Kat does it. I can take a little bitch if I want to, yeah, but I doesn't. I just chatted up that GC5, took it straight out the shot, take it back to my house. They asked how the hell I made money, I couldn't even tell them, cause I don't know how. Turn at the beat till it blazes, yeah, turn at the beat till it blazes.
Okay, so we just finished 7 kilometers on the treadmill, and then we did a little legs, but I really can't afford to do anymore. So I'm gonna get in the cold plunge, and I'll record it. I try and do these daily. I tried to say that earlier, but yeah, not so much for like physical benefits, but just like mentally, you feel so much better after. So yeah, I try and do things that make me, you know, hurt in the moment and suffer in the moment to delay gratification to actually feel better after. And I think if you can do that every day, and it's like, it's just nice knowing that in 6 months it's all going to pay off, like for what you're putting yourself through right now. So yeah, although it's, you know, just a cold plunge, it's a metaphor for other things. But yeah, do things that suck in the moment and, you know, feel better after, I think is the motto. But yeah, we'll try and do like 3 minutes, maybe like 5 minutes, depending on how cold it is. But yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, it's like 7.
Feels good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. I'm just taking a little bit sauna, try to come after.
Yeah, it gets easier like the more you do it.
Yeah.
Like the first time is bad, but
Yeah, you get used to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
especially after like 30 seconds, it's usually fine. It's just the initial getting in that's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Alright, good turn.
Okay, hopefully that's recording, and yeah, I just wanted to sit down for a few minutes, you know, have a chat between you and I think that's what I want this channel to be. I've been caught up in making videos for like other people, and I just want to post what I want to post. And I think if I can sit down and have these chats that are honest, they are personal, I know that's going to help. Even if it helps just one of you watching this, that's like a win for me. So what I wanted to talk about specifically was to know that it's totally fine to not have everything figured out, because you see people online in Dubai driving supercars, going on yacht parties, in penthouses, you know, at 16, 17 years old. Like, it's crazy, and that's just not reality. So please don't compare yourself to other people, because you don't know their journey, you don't know what they've been through. And yeah, I also don't think you should aspire to such a materialistic lifestyle. I think you should find purpose in actually doing the work. And in my opinion, I like the idea of eudaimonia, which if you know Ross Edgley, shout out to him, but he talks about that, and it comes, you know, at a point where you have gone through the actual suffering and you've just, you know, got fulfillment from the process. And yeah, like I think that is what life is about. It's about suffering, but then also finding meaning in the suffering. And honestly, that's wisdom. So I want to provide actual value. Like, I think you should find purpose in just building systems, building cool shit, building your brand, whatever it may be. It's just like that daily progression of knowing you're getting better, both physically in the gym, you know, by pushing yourself, and also work-wise. And I think, yeah, that is fulfillment. That's eudaimonia. That's like purpose. And I think, you know, if you can delay gratification, like what I was talking about, you know, with the cold plunge, you're going to set yourself up for success. But take a look at this view though. Holy, that's what life's about. Sunsets. That's all you need. All you need is a sunset and, yeah, I don't know, food. Good vibes.
Definitely do.
Okay, you recording the one though?
Yeah, just pair the sound on.
I mean, the first thing is to like not just get like involved in the hype too much.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Like I think AI is going to get so much better as, you know, it learns from itself, which it does, because that's like one of the main things AI can do. So yeah, the next few years are going to be pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know if you want to jump into like offers. Maybe that would be
absolutely
useful, because I assume most people watching this are just like broke as hell, probably like watching YouTube, trying to think, how can I make money? So
yeah, and as you mentioned as well, if people are unfamiliar with AI, the first thing they think is like you have to learn how to code and everything that you mentioned, and it's really not that complicated for most of us. Like none of us does that, obviously.
Yeah. So like I'm kind of experimenting and going down like the SaaS route right now. So like that obviously requires code, but if you're starting out, like just take the first step and probably learn a platform like make.com or like NA10.
Yeah.
Like if you just learn, and there's like no excuse to not learn it. Like there's so many free videos out there. If you want some like insights, guys, in terms of like why AI is probably a good idea to sell it as your offer or part of your offer. And it's simply because like when you think about a company is like a bundle of expertise. Like you have the sales department, you have HR, you have accounting, and the thing with AI is it lowers the costs for expertise. So what I mean by that is instead of you having to spend 50 grand a year paying commission to a sales rep, you can have AI that obviously doesn't take commission, and therefore it lowers the cost of expertise within a company. So that's essentially what AI does from a value standpoint, but 100% just uses the marketing. Like that's what a lot of people are doing right now, even though it's the simplest like thing where they just use like Closebot or they use another like AI appointment setting app and link it to high level, and then they like claim they have like a AI like agency when it's just like Facebook ads and then AI like appointment setters, right? But I'm not against that. It's like it's what people want, and there's obviously that fear factor that you're talking about.
And then we basically just came in and did the ads for the dental companies on his backend with arcads.ai, if you're familiar.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So now they're just doing AI ads instead of doing everything manually, and obviously they probably make the same amount of money, but these companies are willing to pay a lot of money for it as well, just because it saves them time and they don't have to put effort into thinking how to create the creatives and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I think that's an interesting point where like you don't have to change everything. Like you think about massive companies, like Uber didn't invent taxis. Like this guy didn't invent ads. He just put AI in it. Like Uber put software with taxis. It's like when you have something that is already like proven and then you just add AI to it, like every business forever would need like leads and customers, right? So when you include like AI in that, it's like of course it's going to be valuable if you can just add it to, you know, nurture the leads that come in or whatever it may be. Obviously like voice and just general like text, SMS, WhatsApp, like add AI in the sales process, it's going to be valuable because obviously it doesn't require a human that may take an off day or whatever. So as well as speed to lead, it increases and like 10 other different things. But if you can crack it and just learn and then implement it, it's valuable. You just have to get good at it.